Hey guys, welcome to our Monday night broadcast. Thank you so much for understanding that last week I took a little time off to do some family stuff with the kids getting back to school, but we are now back live. I'm going to hold off on a second YouTube if you don't mind. I'm waiting for Facebook to click in here with us. So if you can catch me on Facebook and you can see and hear me live, please make sure that you post a message so that I know you guys are there. Let's see. Let me try one more time. Okay, so I will go ahead and get started as I'm waiting for Facebook to jump in. Tonight we are going to talk about intermittent fasting and why it is simple but not always easy. And why it is that there are some women who are struggling even though there is so much information so readily available on the internet in places like YouTube and Facebook where you can find information on fasting. So if you are new, I always like to welcome you and just tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Diane. I am a 51-year-old wife, mother, and aging woman myself. The past couple of years, I started to go through some of the struggles that a lot of women do as their bodies start to change and age, and some of the things that I had been doing my entire life with fitness and nutrition just stopped working for me, and I actually found myself in a place where I was insulin resistant and was pre-diabetic, despite the fact that I was living a very healthy lifestyle. So I looked into and started researching and following some people who were doing intermittent fasting, and I did that for a couple of years. Now, I am very well versed in the health and fitness industry. I have been a coach, a fitness instructor, nutrition expert with people over the past 25 years. So it was really shocking to me that I found myself in this position because I knew better. And what I had realized was that I was just a regular woman who was going through a lot of the things that a lot of women were going through. And I needed to find some help quickly because I kind of found myself going through some of those health situations that, despite the fact that I was doing everything correctly, I just couldn't stop. So I spent about a year researching intermittent fasting, and I was getting all kinds of mixed signals and mixed information about how to intermittent fast and how to apply it to my life as a 50-something-year-old woman who is battling some health issues. And granted, of course, I wanted to lose a couple pounds as well, but the primary focus for me was really trying to figure out how to get my health back. And that's where we come up with tonight's subject, which is simple doesn't always mean easy. So the concept of intermittent fasting is simple. You pick a period of time in which you fast, and then you have a period of time within your day in which you feast. Super simple. It's one decision and then the next decision. And everything else in between there should just be pretty simple to decide. You just don't eat, and then you just feast. Well, where the problem lies with women, and especially aging women, is that's not always easy. And listening to all those mixed signals and mixed information that's everywhere in regards to intermittent fasting is where a lot of women really get themselves tripped up and then end up being very frustrated and very almost moving backwards in a sense with what they're doing with their fasting. So simple, the concept of fasting and feasting, that's a very simple concept. But where it doesn't get easy or doesn't stay easy is the little things that we do inside those two windows. So when you're feasting, are you feasting with foods that are going to make you look and feel your best? Are you feasting with foods that are sending your body signs and signals that maybe they're not agreeing with you anymore? Are you feasting on foods that are leading you down the path that I was on, where I thought were really healthy for me based on everything that I knew about nutrition, but were actually making me sicker? And when you're fasting, super simple concept, you just don't eat. But are you really putting yourself into an environment in your fasting window that's going to help you reap the best health benefits? And if you get yourself caught up in a lot of that misinformation that's available on social media today, you can find yourself in a much worse position than you were before you started.
find anything on Facebook.
I know Facebook isn't responding. Yeah. So I wanted to come on tonight and just let you know that if you are one of those women who has been incorporating intermittent fasting into your lifestyle to maybe help with some of these aging problems that we women have as we start to progress in years, or as our body's hormonal systems start to change, or you are a woman who just wants to take advantage of some of the really amazing health benefits that intermittent fasting offers, with clearing out that foggy brain, improving your memory, balancing out your hormones, helping you get rid of some of that unwanted hormonal belly fat or just body fat that tends to set in on our body as our chemistry starts to change, then you really need to look into not just the simple aspects of what intermittent fasting is to the general population, but really spend some time and do the work to figure out a plan and a system that you can incorporate that is individualized for you and the needs that your body has today as an aging woman. And what I can tell you from what we've learned from the women who've gone through our course already is that every woman is an individual. There are no two women who should be eating identically. There are no two women who should be fasting identically. There are no two women who are going to have the same results or even start a program with the same symptoms or the same desires as an outcome of what they want on their journey with intermittent fasting. So if you're struggling, it's probably the place that you need to be based on the information that you have found as far as intermittent fasting in women. And like I said, there's mixed signals. You can listen to one person one day and they're going to tell you women shouldn't fast at all. And then you're going to listen to someone and the very next day and tell you fasting's okay, but as long as you do things in your certain things in your feasting and your fasting window. And what I found is that you, as the woman, should be the one that's deciding those things for yourself and not allowing someone else who has no history of you or has no idea what your own body chemistry is in need of to tell you what you should do to be successful with intermittent fasting. And that's what we're doing in our course, is we're helping you as a woman decide what you need for you. I don't tell you what you should put in your body. All I do is give you some guidelines and some things to think about and teach you how to listen to the signs and signals that your own body is sending you so that you can take something as simple as intermittent fasting, which is creating a fasting opportunity for your body that will allow your body to heal itself, and then creating a feasting opportunity where you can put things into your body that will make you look and feel your best and live your most authentic life. Because it really should be that easy. But that outside noise and that unsolicited advice that we get as women from all kinds of people who have no idea what it's like to be an aging woman today. So if you're suffering or you're struggling or you're frustrated and you just don't know what to do, the best advice I could give you is turn back to yourself. Listen to those signs and signals that your body is sending you and partner up with someone who's going to allow you the opportunity to figure out what you need to do for your own body. Again, there's plenty of information out there. Do your research. If you're the kind of woman that feels like you could benefit from being around a group of women who are like-minded and doing exactly what it is that you're doing, then we have a course that we would love for you to join. We start it every Saturday. We would love for you to come on this journey with us and take some time to really establish a renewed relationship with you and your body. Everything's changing. Food production is changing. Fruits and vegetables and how we eat them and how we think about eating them is changing. The way that we should be breaking a fast and entering a fast, it's all based on what you want and what you need for your own body. So please don't suffer anymore. Try to close out some of that extra noise that's coming at you with telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and give yourself an honest opportunity to heal your body by taking what is very simple and bringing it back to simple and listening to the signs and signals that your body is sending you. So if you're interested, please reach out to us. We would love to kind of help you and guide you along your way. I have a couple of announcements I would like to make. For my people who have been with us, I have a huge announcement to make about our efforts with Hurricane Harvey. We made a commitment, an intermittent fasting community, and my family, the Parham family, made a commitment to do a donation to Hurricane Harvey via the Team Rubicon, a nonprofit foundation. It's a nonprofit foundation that helps veterans by giving them an opportunity to go out and serve in their community. And they are actively working down in Houston right now, helping restore some homes and helping some people who have been affected by Hurricane Harvey. And we have decided to donate a portion of our course proceeds in the month of September to that foundation. And I'm proud to say that as of the 18th of September, we already have over $3,000 that we will be donating to Team Rubicon and the efforts of Hurricane Harvey. So thank you to all the women who have joined our course in the month of September. If you join our course, we will donate a portion of your course registration to the continued efforts of Hurricane Harvey down in Houston via the Team Rubicon Foundation. We have big hopes that we'll be able to provide them with a big donation. So please, if you're interested in joining one of our courses, or you've been kind of flirting around with intermittent fasting and you want to make sure that you're doing it the right way, now would be a great time to join our course. My assistant Kara will post a link in the comment section. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to go to the comments and I'll welcome everybody who's here tonight and answer any questions that you might have. So if you have a basic question about fasting, then I will go ahead and answer it here as well. Okay, Marnie is here. Good to have you. And I'm sorry if you were on Facebook. I don't know what's up with Facebook today, but my YouTubers are here. So we'll go ahead and just deal with, we'll have a conversation here on YouTube with you guys that made it over here. So thanks for jumping over. Andrea, week 1 newbie. Welcome, Andrea. Renee, New Orleans, you're welcome. Sarah, hello from New Zealand. Randy from Baltimore, Dominique from Virginia, August 12th class, welcome. Janet, hello from Nevada, July 1st class and alumni course. Cindy, hello from Austin. Joanne from New Jersey. Claire from the UK. Brown eyes, good evening, girlfriend. Amy, Newport News, Williamburg here. I'm having a problem with memory. Any suggestions? Hysterectomy has really taken its toll. Amy, if you're in our course, make sure you ask the question in there. If you're not in our course and hysterectomy has kind of thrown you into like a forced menopausal situation, our course would be exactly what would kind of help you understand what is going on in your body and help you balance out your hormones and get them set back into where they're supposed to be for you in more of a normal situation. So if you're interested in that, definitely reach out to us. And if you're in the course, make sure you post that question in there and we'll address it for you specifically. Laura from the UK, IF is amazing. Thank you for your honest advice. Oh, Laura, you're welcome. Randy, someone posted on the website today about struggles closing the feasting window once it is opened. I have a similar problem. Any suggestions? Randy, are you in the current, if you're in the current course on Facebook and you're in the current group with Facebook, make sure you post that question and tag me in it and I'll answer that in the course so that everyone can see the answer. Kelly from Denver, hello. Yvonne, I know, Yvonne, I'm so excited. $3,000 already on the, over $3,000 on the 18th of the month. So I would really like to see that number doubled. And something else that we're going to do for our current students, so you guys don't miss out, or our alumni group, if you would like to donate to Team Rubicon as well, is we are going to get a PayPal link set up so that you guys can make a donation there. You know, we've have like, I don't know, on YouTube, we have 18,000 people in our community, and we have about 7,000 on Facebook, and we have a bunch in our community of women who've taken the course. If every person donated $1, we could donate a large amount of money to the hurricane relief effort. So we'll get a PayPal link up as well. I should be able to post that tomorrow. So even if you want to donate $1, we would be very grateful for that, and then you can do your part to help as well. So we'll try to get as much as we can down to those people down there. Sean from Wisconsin, welcome. Janet, Amy Adams, July course, awesome. I'll go back through the videos. Yeah, that would be the best thing to do. Randy, I'll post. Okay, I will post. I'm in week 3. Brandy, thanks for posting. Yvonne, if you haven't taken the course, do it. I highly recommend it. I did the course in June. Huge results. I'm also in the alumni group. I was just about to ask how I can donate. Thanks. Yep, we'll do that. We'll get a PayPal link up probably tomorrow, and then I'll let you guys know how you can donate through there. Probably just put a little message in like the subject line on PayPal. This is Hurricane Harvey or something like that, and then we'll just make sure that we add that to the contributions that are coming from the course. So I'm super excited about that. It feels super good in my heart and soul to be able to do something. We're so close yet so far from Houston. I wish I could go down there and do something myself, but we actually have a friend who's there. He's a fireman, and I guess it's pretty bad down there as far as mold and all kinds of disease and stuff everywhere, that all the clothes that he took down there he can't bring back because it'll just kind of bring back stuff to where he's, he lives here. He'd bring back a bunch of stuff here that they don't want to kind of have go back and forth. So he has to throw everything away down there. So I can't even imagine what it must be like to live in that day to day. So it makes my heart feel good. It makes my soul feel good to know that we, as an amazing community of women, can do our part no matter where we are, to help some people get their lives restored and back in order. It's going to be a long journey for a lot of those people, and I feel very blessed to be able to do something to contribute, because I feel a little bit helpless. So if you're feeling the same way, we can do that. Okay, cool. Can we pay for the course with PayPal? Yes, Ashley, you can. And Kara, put the course link in the comments so you guys can see that. Okay, cool. Okay, and then my alumni people, just a little announcement for you guys as well. We've kind of hit a little bit of a stagnation point in the course, but it's not because we're not doing good things. We're getting some stuff together this week that I think you'll be really excited about, anti-aging skincare kind of stuff. So we'll get all that stuff uploaded for you guys this week, and I'm going to really focus on getting you guys some good recipes and some good tips and tricks for making some good dinners, since that's pretty much what we eat as fasters. So we'll get all that posted and up for you guys over the next 2 weeks. Everyone who's in a course, just so you guys know if you're considering a course, if you're in the original beginner course for intermittent fasting, you have full access to that course for as long as that course is available online. And let me explain a little bit about what the beginner course is, who it's for. It's for the woman that I just described tonight. The woman who has been struggling with intermittent fasting because it should be so simple, but it's really not easy. And we have to remember that as women, we come into situations with some stuff, right? I talk a lot about food history, social and emotional, maybe boundaries that we haven't defined clearly that are going to keep us from getting what we want in life. We have some time limitations, and then we have all the outside factors kind of coming at us from a bunch of different directions, not knowing what is right and what is wrong. And so the course is designed to help you figure all that out for yourself. Incorporate a little bit of your past food story with what you're trying to do with intermittent fasting. Figure out some of the things that you've dealt with in previous days that might have you hung up on some food things, or maybe how you handle food and emotion in your life, and how is it that you're going to go 16, 18, 20 hours without food. That's a daunting thought when you're not really experienced and educated on the process of getting yourself to that level. And that's what the beginner class is for. If you're an experienced faster and you have it all figured out and you're getting great results, the course that we have is probably not for you, unless you just want to understand a little bit more about the science of what happens to your body when you start intermittent fasting. Because I know for a lot of people, and I was the same way, I kind of just fell into it because I was so desperate about healing my body and feeling better that I adapted it first because it was simple to me, just fast and feast, right? because I was desperate and I was scared. So I fasted and feasted. But it wasn't until I really got into the science and the hormonal benefits of fasting in a truly fasted state that I really started reaping good benefits from it, the benefits that I was hoping for. And that's all just knowing where to get the information that you can apply to your own life with the signs and signals that your body's sending you. And that just takes time to slow down and pay attention to your body. So if you're that woman, then that's the course that's designed for you. Our alumni course is for those people who've graduated from the first course but want to get a little bit more information about anti-aging in general. And that's really what we want to focus on in the alumni course, because once you have fasting down, then there's really not a whole lot more to learn about the fasting and the feasting aspect of it, other than how can you fast well and do some things to kind of help you age gracefully as we're going through these years as now mature fasters. And so that's how the two courses are broken down. So if you're struggling with fasting, then the beginner course is definitely something that you want to look into. And if you do it in September, you'll help the hurricane victims. Brown Eyes, Diane, tomorrow is the last day of our alumni course. Do you have anything planned for us next? You guys technically don't have a last day. I'm going to continue adding stuff. So you guys currently in my alumni course do not have a last day. We're going to go all the way through the 30th. And I did that specifically so that I wasn't going to rush a bunch of stuff to you and then not have it be the level in which I think you guys deserve. So you guys are going to have course content all the way probably through the 30th, and we're going to switch some things around and kind of ask you guys for some advice. So you guys are my beta ladies, and you're going to be very active with us over the next couple of weeks. So don't worry, you're not going anywhere. And you'll have access to the alumni course just like you do the first course, and I'm going to continue to add stuff to it, so you're going to continue to get new content, so don't worry about it. Okay, cool. So hopefully that answered that one. Can you talk about plateaus and lulls in progress? Yeah. So oftentimes when you have a plateau or a lull, it could just be, and there's a lot of factors. So oftentimes when you get a lull or a plateau, your body's just kind of hit a comfortable point. I always say if you want to kind of knock yourself into a new sort of level of intensity with your fasting, either have a longer fast period or pick a day and just feast really well. Anytime you kind of break up the dynamic of what you're doing with your body chemistry, you kind of put a little bit of shock in there. And so I lately have been changing up the way I run my Sundays in fasting. So for a really long time, I was fasting 7 days a week, 20-something hours each time I fasted, because I was still in that deep healing process and I was living a very sedentary lifestyle during that time. I'm now more active and getting back into my workout routine. And so what I'm doing is breaking up Sunday, and I really don't fast as long on Sunday. So I'm eating like my first meal around 11 or 12 in the afternoon, which is my break fast shake, the same way I do it every other day. And then I'm having a longer period of time of feasting well. So I'm making sure that what I'm feasting on is going to help me reach my goals of looking and feeling my best. And so I'm feasting with a little bit more. And then I go into my fast a little earlier going into Monday. So I'm building up a shorter fast on a Sunday and a longer fast through Monday. And I'm doing that by just shifting up my hours a little bit. And that's really been helping me. And it's been helping me with the fact that I generally have a small feasting window because I like to fast long, because I love that energized sense of calm that I get when I'm in my sweet spot. So I don't want to give that up. But adding in some exercise, I noticed was putting a little bit extra stress on my body that my body wasn't handling well. So I had to open up a longer feasting window on my weekend, and that's been really helping me a lot. So I say play with it a little bit. If you feel like you're stuck, then you got to add some change. And adding change just means adding in a little longer a fast, or building in a day where you're just going to feast a little more. Just make sure that when you're feasting well, you're feasting on some good nutrients. Just did a 46-hour fast, never hungry. Yeah, congratulations. I cannot do that. That's way too long for me. Nita Booze. Started fasting 20 hours in May, feeling much better, lost weight, but bonus was when I went for a dental checkup and hygienist said I've barely had any plaque or tartar. She thought I flossed more. Yeah, that is a definite bonus with fasting. A lot of it has to do with just not having as much stuff in our mouth that creates bacteria. So if you think about when you eat every couple of hours, you're constantly having to break down bacteria from food in your mouth. So if you wake up and you cleanse your mouth and then you don't eat for a long period of time, again, your body gets to be in that healing process. And part of that healing is in your mouth and your gums and your teeth and all that. They were saying, I've read a couple research that said, research papers that were stating that they actually saw a decrease and reversal of tooth decay as well. I thought that was fascinating. And it's just because you're cutting out a lot of that stuff. And if you're taking advantage of being in a lower carbohydrate type of lifestyle, which is what I really like to teach women, high fat, moderate protein, conscious carbohydrates, and you're cutting out a lot of those sticky carbs and the more complex carbs, those just break down into sugar in your mouth anyways. And so cutting out a lot of that sugar also helps, because we know sugar is the big cause of tooth decay. So all of it's great. There's so many benefits to fasting, and a lot of them we don't think about because we always are looking for the obvious, which is weight loss and body fat loss and all that kind of stuff. But the healing part of it is what I think is absolutely fascinating. And we get new testimonials in our course every day of some of the amazing things that women are able to do when they really incorporate fasting the correct way, which, as we talked about tonight, is not always easy. But it really should be simple when you break it down to what fasting is supposed to be. And you pick a window where you fast and you create a truly fasting environment for your body. And then when you feast well. And once you understand the dynamics of your body, you understand the chemistry that goes on in a fasting and a feasted state, and you listen to the signs and signals that your body's sending you when you do put food in your body, then it really should be as simple as it seems. And so that's what we try to teach you in the course. So I'm going to jump off here tonight if you guys don't mind. Thank you so much for jumping on. I have no idea what happened to Facebook. So we will post this to Facebook later this evening sometime. I always appreciate you guys being very understanding of the internet and all we do here in social media. And I apologize that we weren't able to go live on both places, but I appreciate you guys for being here on YouTube with me. If you have any questions, if you're catching this in a video rebroadcast, always feel free to leave those for me. I have no problem coming back and answering any questions. And like I said, if you are interested in joining us, September would be a great month to do so, because we have some big goals for our donations with Hurricane Harvey. Like I said, we've already raised over $3,000, and I would absolutely love to be able to double that for the people at Team Rubicon and all the hard work that they're doing. So have a super night tonight, you guys, and I will catch you back here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll discuss another topic about intermittent fasting. Have a good night.